My dear students, welcome back to our channel. In this video, I will be explaining the B.Ed second semester subject Community Engagement and Service, Nai-Talim, as prescribed by Osmania University and other universities of Telangana. We will go through the important questions and answers one by one. Let's begin with a quick revision. Unit 3 first important short question is: mention any two student activities related to economic development in the community. Two student activities related to economic development in the community. Students can play an active role in improving the economic development of their community through small but meaningful activities. Two important examples are: 1. Skill-based projects. Students can learn and promote local skills like handicrafts, pottery, tailoring, or organic farming. By making and selling small products, they not only earn pocket money but also support the local economy. Example: a group of students creating eco-friendly cloth bags and selling them in the weekly market. This reduces plastic use and helps the community earn extra income. 2. Entrepreneurship awareness camps. Students can organize awareness programs on self-employment, savings, and small business ideas with the help of teachers and local entrepreneurs. Example: students arranging a camp to teach women about microfinance and self-help groups, SHGs. This encourages them to start small businesses like pickle making or dairy farming. Conclusion: through such activities, students become change makers, helping their community grow economically while learning practical life skills. Next important short question is: 2. Write a short note on how school students can develop skills through community engagement. Skill development of students through community engagement. Community engagement gives students real-life opportunities to learn by doing. Instead of only reading from books, students actively participate in local activities, which helps them build useful life skills. For example, when students join a cleanliness drive in their village, they learn teamwork, responsibility, and leadership. Similarly, working with farmers in a school garden teaches them agricultural skills, problem solving, and respect for labor. Students can also develop communication skills by interacting with community elders, conducting surveys, or organizing awareness programs on health, environment, or literacy. These experiences make them confident and socially aware. Example: a group of students helping women in a self-help group, SHG, with digital payments. This activity not only improves the community, but also develops the students' digital and financial literacy skills. Conclusion: through community engagement, students grow into skilled, responsible, and socially sensitive citizens, ready to contribute to nation building. Next important short question is: 3. What is the role of transparency in village governance? Role of transparency in village governance. Transparency means keeping all the activities and decisions of the village government open and clear to the people. It ensures that everyone knows how money is spent, which projects are taken up, and how decisions are made. This helps in building trust between the villagers and the panchayat. When records of schemes like housing, scholarships, or employment are displayed on notice boards or announced in Gram Sabha meetings, villagers feel included and responsible. Transparency also reduces corruption and misuse of funds, as people can question wrong practices. Example: in some villages, details of funds received under Magnrega are displayed publicly. Villagers can see who got work and wages. This makes the system fair and accountable. Conclusion: transparency in village governance is important because it empowers citizens, prevents corruption, and builds trust, leading to better development and stronger community participation. Next important short question is: 4. Define resource mobilization in the context of student community projects. Resource mobilization in student community projects. Resource mobilization means collecting and using different resources like money, materials, time, and skills for carrying out community projects. In the context of student community work, it is not just about money but also about support from people, local institutions, and government schemes. Students can mobilize resources by taking help from villagers, parents, NGOs, or even local businesses. They can also use local knowledge, volunteer time, and natural resources effectively. Example: suppose students plan a project to clean and repair the village pond. They may mobilize resources by asking the panchayat for tools, requesting villagers to give their time, and collecting donations from shopkeepers for buying lime and saplings to plant around the pond. Conclusion: resource mobilization helps students learn teamwork, leadership, and responsibility while ensuring that community projects are done in a sustainable and participatory way. It connects education with real-life problem-solving. Next important short question is: 5. What is meant by a sustainable model village? Sustainable model village. A sustainable model village means a village that develops in a way which is self-reliant, eco-friendly, and socially inclusive. In such villages, people use local resources wisely, protect the environment, and ensure that every family has opportunities for education, health, and livelihood. The focus is not only on today but also on the needs of future generations. Example: in a sustainable village, electricity may come from solar panels, water is saved through rainwater harvesting, and farmers use organic farming instead of harmful chemicals. Students and youth may participate in literacy programs, waste management, and skill training to improve the quality of life. Such a model ensures that the community does not depend fully on outside help but grows through collective effort and innovation. Conclusion: a sustainable model village is like a living classroom where education, environment, and economy work together to build a better future for all. Next, Unit 3. Long questions. First important long question is: 1. Explain how student interaction and internships in villages contribute to economic development and community empowerment. Student interaction and internships in villages. Student interaction and internships in villages play a very important role in economic development and community empowerment. When students step out of the classroom and work directly with rural people, they gain practical knowledge while also helping the community to grow. Contribution to economic development. Students bring new ideas and skills to the village. For example, agriculture students can introduce organic farming techniques, commerce students can help villagers maintain proper accounts, and computer students can train youth in digital literacy. These activities increase productivity, reduce waste, and open new sources of income for villagers. Internships also expose students to local occupations like pottery, weaving, dairy farming, or small-scale industries. By learning and supporting these, students help improve marketing strategies, packaging, and branding, which in turn raises the villagers' earnings. For instance, a group of MBA interns helped women self-help groups sell homemade pickles and handicrafts online, thereby boosting their sales. Contribution to community empowerment. Beyond economics, internships build confidence and leadership among villagers. When students conduct awareness programs on health, sanitation, or women's education, people become more empowered to take collective action. For example, nursing students working in villages spread knowledge about nutrition and hygiene, reducing illness. Similarly, law students conducting workshops on legal rights help villagers fight exploitation. These interactions create a two-way learning process. Students learn about the realities of rural life, while villagers gain knowledge, motivation, and confidence to improve their lives. This builds a strong bond of trust and partnership. Example: at Sevagram, Mahatma Gandhi's ashram in Wardha, many student volunteers worked with farmers to promote khadi and handicrafts. This not only gave villagers income, but also revived local traditions. Conclusion: thus, student interaction and internships in villages are not just about learning, they are about sharing knowledge, building skills, and creating opportunities. They help villagers earn better, live healthier, and become self-reliant, while students gain valuable real-world experience. This is true community engagement, where education becomes a tool for both development and empowerment. Next important long question is to discuss how school students develop life skills and leadership skills through participation in community engagement activities. Developing life skills and leadership through community engagement. Community engagement activities are not only about serving society, they also help school students develop important life and leadership skills. When students step into villages or neighborhoods to interact with people, they learn lessons that books alone cannot teach. Life skills development. Life skills are the everyday abilities needed to face challenges. Through community engagement, students learn communication skills by talking to villagers, shopkeepers, or self-help groups. Problem-solving skills by finding solutions to issues like waste management, clean water, or low income. Teamwork and cooperation, as they work with classmates and villagers to achieve common goals. For example, if students organize a cleanliness drive, they learn how to plan tasks, distribute responsibilities, and motivate others to join in. These skills later help them in jobs and personal life. Leadership skills development. Community engagement also builds leadership qualities. Students learn to take initiative, guide others, and make decisions. For instance, when students lead an awareness campaign about tree plantation or plastic waste reduction, they practice public speaking, decision-making, and inspiring others. Leadership in this context is not about power, it is about service and responsibility. By helping others, students become more confident and socially responsible citizens. Example: in Telangana, a group of high school students worked on a village literacy campaign. They taught basic reading and writing to adults in the evenings. While doing this, students developed patience, communication skills, and teamwork. At the same time, they showed leadership by motivating adults to learn. The villagers respected them, and the students felt proud of making a real difference. Conclusion: through community engagement, school students learn much more than theory. They develop life skills like problem-solving, teamwork, and communication, along with leadership skills like initiative, decision-making, and motivating others. These experiences prepare them to face the real world with confidence and responsibility. In simple words, community engagement turns students into not just good learners, but also good leaders and good human beings. Next important long question is: 3. Critically analyze the structure of village governance and the importance of sustainable development, transparency, and funding. Structure of village governance and its role in sustainable development. Village governance in India mainly works through the Gram Panchayat system under the 73rd Constitutional Amendment. At the core is the Gram Sabha, village assembly, where people directly participate in decision-making. The Sarpanch and elected Panchayat members implement decisions, manage local resources, and plan development programs. This structure gives power to the people at the grassroots level, making governance more democratic. Importance of sustainable development. For rural areas, development must be sustainable, meeting today's needs without harming future generations. Villages should focus on clean water, renewable energy, organic farming, waste management, and education. For example, a village that uses solar street lights or promotes rainwater harvesting ensures long-term benefits for both the environment and the community. Importance of transparency. Transparency in governance builds trust between people and leaders. If Gram Panchayat funds and decisions are openly shared in Gram Sabha meetings, corruption reduces and citizens feel confident about village progress. For example, displaying the use of government funds on a notice board or digital board helps everyone know where money is spent. Transparency makes governance accountable and fair. Importance of funding. Even good plans fail without proper funding. Villages depend on government schemes like Magnrega, Urban Mission, state funds, and sometimes NGOs or CSR activities. Proper utilization of funds ensures roads, schools, healthcare, and skill training programs are available. A well-funded village project, like building a community water tank, can improve the lives of all villagers. Example: Hiware Bazar in Maharashtra is a classic example. The Panchayat introduced water conservation, transparent fund use, and community participation. Within a few years, it transformed from a drought-hit village into a prosperous, sustainable model village. Conclusion. To truly empower rural India, village governance must combine a strong structure, Gram Sabha, Panchayat, with sustainability, transparency, and adequate funding. This not only improves the present but also creates a secure future for villagers. In simple words, when governance is fair, green, and well-funded, villages become engines of community development. Next important long question is: 4. How can students contribute to resource mobilization and sharing within the community? Illustrate with examples. Students' role in resource mobilization and sharing. Resource mobilization means collecting and using available resources like money, materials, skills, and time for the benefit of the community. Students, though young, can play an important role in this process by bringing together people, ideas, and efforts. Their involvement makes the community stronger and more united. How students can contribute? 1. Awareness campaigns. Students can organize awareness drives on issues like water conservation, waste management, or health. By spreading knowledge, they mobilize the most powerful resource, people's participation. 2. Skill sharing. Students can teach digital skills, basic English, or even simple science experiments to village youth and children. This kind of knowledge sharing builds community capacity without financial cost. 3. Collecting local resources. Students can encourage villagers to share unused materials like old books, clothes, or agricultural tools. These can be redistributed to needy families, schools, or farmers. 4. Linking with external resources. Through internships and projects, students can connect the village with NGOs, government schemes, or CSR funds. For example, a student team can help farmers register for subsidies or health insurance schemes. Example: In a Telangana village, a group of college students started a book bank project. They collected old books from urban areas and created a free library for village children. Alongside this, they taught computer basics using laptops donated by well-wishers. This not only mobilized resources, but also shared knowledge effectively. Another example is Swachh Bharat student campaigns, where school children mobilized the community to build toilets and maintain cleanliness. Their enthusiasm influenced elders to actively participate. Why it matters? When students take part in mobilizing and sharing resources, communities become self-reliant. Young people develop leadership and teamwork skills. Villagers gain access to opportunities they may not have known about. Conclusion: students act as a bridge between resources and people. By spreading awareness, sharing skills, collecting materials, and connecting the village with external support, they create a culture of sharing and cooperation. In simple words, student participation turns a community into a family that grows together. Next important long question is: 5. Describe the steps to create a sustainable model village. What role can teachers, students, and local bodies play in this process? Steps to create a sustainable model village. A sustainable model village is a village that develops in a balanced way, protecting nature, improving people's lives, and using resources wisely for future generations. Building such a village requires joint efforts from teachers, students, and local bodies. Steps to create a sustainable model village. 1. Needs assessment. Identify village problems such as lack of clean water, poor sanitation, or unemployment through surveys and community meetings. 2. Planning together. Create a common plan involving villagers, local leaders, students, and teachers. This ensures that development reflects real community needs. 3. Resource mobilization. Gather resources from government schemes, NGOs, CSR funds, and also use local talent and skills. 4. Implementation. Work on key areas like clean drinking water and sanitation, renewable energy, solar lights, biogas, skill training and self-employment opportunities, waste management and organic farming. 5. Monitoring and sustainability. Regularly check progress, encourage transparency in governance, and promote local participation so that changes last long. Role of teachers, students, and local bodies. Teachers act as guides by spreading awareness about health, hygiene, literacy, and environment. For example, they can train villagers about rainwater harvesting or nutrition. Students participate in cleanliness drives, digital literacy camps, or tree plantation programs. They bring new ideas and energy to the village. Local bodies, Gram Panchayat, provide funds, coordinate with government programs, and ensure accountability in all development activities. Example: in Hiware Bazar, Maharashtra, villagers, teachers, and students worked together with the Gram Panchayat to adopt water conservation, tree plantation, and organic farming. Within years, the village became self-sufficient and won awards as a model village. Conclusion: creating a sustainable model village is not just about building roads or toilets, it is about self-reliance, eco-friendliness, and people's participation. When teachers provide knowledge, students bring energy, and local bodies offer support, the village can truly become a model for others to follow.